This is a whole nother FG engine, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want to go in and out. So literally the long-term other engine is going to happen, but for the meantime I'm going to be using this NA engine, throw a few goodies in it, turbo it, and try and turn the car around quick. So I'm having a mess around here. I'm at Falcon Spares Repairs. He's got bloody AC/DC playing over there, so hopefully it doesn't show up, but let's get into it. What's going on, mate? Where are we?
We're at Falcon Spares and we got a beautiful AU we're taking apart here.
Yeah?
Yep, what's going on?
You're actually decommissioning it properly, not like dodgy wrecking yards, taking the gas out?
Yeah, no. We got a proper extraction kit for it, so...
And nice new Ranger Rover on the hoist there, what's he doing?
Yeah, yep, he's got the diff out, the tran's out, and I think he's taking the tub off now, so...
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks kind of toasted.
Yeah.
No, I guess it's what happens in a wrecking yard. So that ute out there is getting the engine swapped to the bigger built engine later, but we're going to turbo the gassy, but then Brett was like, they're a bit of a pain to turbo if you're running just pump fuel. So I'm going to use this NA engine for the meantime. So I'm rinse and repeat from the silver ute. It's going to bang the valve springs, timing chain, oil pump and turbo sump onto it, and it'll get thrown into the car with a NA ZF. Hopefully we can get the thing running with a turbo on it pretty soon. And then later on put the built engine into it. Just for the meantime, it'd be nice to have a bit of boost. So yeah, and meanwhile his hair will just keep growing. So yeah, look at it. It's enormous. Yeah. Alright, so what do you reckon? Is it a good one?
I reckon, yeah. Pretty located FG motor.
Yeah, we got some cams that need a bit of attention, but other than that, it looks pretty clean inside. Even timing chain looks good. Sumps off, rock covers off, they're not getting used. Inlet and exhaust manifold, they're obviously not getting used. So I might just quickly rip out the cams, rip off the oil pump, do the last few little things for today, and then I'll get back into it later. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sounds good.
No thumbs up, no nothing? Yeah. It's been a big day here. This used to be an AU Falcon. It's been torn to shreds and sent to heaven. The lesser known turbo Falcon engine, the horrible EcoBoost engine. There's Ash over there hiding from me. This is a 2 litre, I think they're about 20 kilowatts less than the NA Barra, but then they do have a turbo on them, which is incredibly small. Like, there's my hand, and that's the size of the turbo. There's actually, like, Daihatsu Charade Sport. I don't even know what they were thinking with that. I guess it was an EcoBoost, that is definitely eco-spec. I wonder if anyone's ever put a bigger turbo on one. Anyway, alright, let's have a quick look here. They sent a couple of Barra engines to heaven today because they were just dead, but there's still plenty of other good ones over here. They usually just check them and then work out what's what, and there's Johnny's very nice but super high mileage Falcon ute, the FG there. It's got heaps of Ks on it. It's in really nice condition, so my plastic sheet. But yeah, I've basically done all of the valve springs today, which I didn't bother filming because it's a pain in the butt and boring to film. So done that. I've just quickly thrown some exhaust studs in there, but they're just sitting there. I've thrown the oil pump that I built with the gears and backing plate from Mez at Barra the World. Also, thanks to Anther Horsepower Junkie, I gave that pump a bit of a porting job, so it's just a little bit tweaked. I'm going to stick with the standard timing chain for the meantime, just because this one looks like it's in pretty good condition. This engine's pretty stock, so not expecting the world out of this engine anyway, so why waste a good expensive timing chain. Other than the cams having a little bit of pitting on them, this engine's looked pretty good. The oil pump that came out of it was pretty mint, so I'm just cleaning it up and done the valve springs, oil pump, gears, and a water pump with the steel pulley on it, thanks to Mez at Barra the World. There's Wayne, the famous Wayne. And yeah, other than that, I've got to take off because I've got some family stuff to deal with, but I'm going to wrap this up in plastic and get back to it a bit later on. Alrighty. Pretty much at the point of putting the cams in and timing them. The cams that were in the engine, a bit hard to see, but they were pretty shagged, a bit pitted. Don't know if it's just from sitting around, but seeing this amazing place with all the millions of Ford parts. Johnny had a bunch of good cams on the shelf, so these ones, there's a little bit of wear on them, but they're there's no pitting or big gouges or anything like that. So for what the purposes we're doing here, it's fine. So I've got that pin back so it doesn't fall over, and I can pull the bottom timing gear off and then set up the chain in the right spot, and then basically get the red mark here and then the 2 yellow ones here, and go from there. So let's just jump ahead and get some cams into it. I also had that in there because when you crank it over, you know when that comes all the way up and stops pretty much and the piston's rocking over, that that's as high as it's going, so they can come out now. Okay, motor's upside down. I've cleaned all the surfaces here. There's a couple of spots here, but no, it's pretty good. I hit it with brake clean, so I'm going to get these are from Permaseal. These go into the sump here. Add a little bit of extra sealant in there as well, but they're pretty good. And then basically I'm going to run just like a thin bead around the pan rail, a bit in the back corners, just normal Barra stuff, and get this sump on. The good thing is this sump is actually off the other engine. It is an actual genuine turbo sump, even though the only real difference is that it's machined out and they're threaded and it's faced. But yeah, proper genuine turbo sump, so saves me the hassle of doing that. And get that on, then I can get the timing cover on, do a quick bolt check in the front before I do that, and then we're good to go. I've sort of got the bottom and front on, then I can button up the manifolds, and it's pretty much just rocker cover and lines. So progress. Sump's on, timing cover's on, just using the old balancer because it's in good condition. This is just a NA+T banger really. The turbo is pretty good. There's a little bit of crap on one of these impeller wheels and it's probably out of balance, but yeah, it spins. And there's no pieces really missing, it's just not pretty. But I've tightened down the exhaust manifold. It's going to give the heat shields a bit of a clean up. So had the water pump sitting on there before, just pulled that off to get the timing cover on. Tried not to go too excessive with the sealant like some people do, but you know, each to their own. But got the inlet manifold gasket on and this very nicely vapor blasted inlet manifold. Start bolting this bad boy on. Probably won't be using this rail, but that's for later on. But yeah, let's get it happening. Alrighty, here's where we skipped right ahead, and I've got pretty much everything bolted onto this engine, bar some bits that need to happen. Went to Jace, we're going to get the cover sorted. Also, so I'm just basically using all standard lines at the moment. I've got a new oil unit there coming from Monster Torque because I do want to replace the standard one. And that one's just one that's dummied up on there at the moment. They've borrowed off another engine just to make sure everything works, but new rubber hoses in there, all new Permaseal gaskets where they need to be. Obviously I haven't done the head gasket, those sorts of things, but they're big thanks to Fee and the crew from Permaseal for that. But yeah, this will be good because it's going to look stockish. I mean, pretty much is stock, so it's just a NA engine instead of a turbo one, so same sort of compression, just, you know, other than that we're not expecting mega power out of it. I have gone to the trouble of putting steel idler pulleys on it and a steel water pump pulley. Yeah, everything sort of seems all pretty good. I put a new front seal in there behind the harmonic balancer. Got the vapor blasted inlet manifold, which looks all nice and pretty. Should have a good looking rock cover on it. That one there's one that was just a dodgy one here that somebody had actually smashed with a forklift, so I took it home and had a crack at TIG welding it. It's not perfect, but at least it means they've got one here that if somebody wants a dirt cheap one that they can just throw some paint on and it's here. So other than that, yeah, I'm gonna mess around maybe with the transmission today and get this thing getting closer to going into the car. This is Lincoln, he's very happy.
Trying, I am very trying. I mean, my patience is trying. Another vessel for Sims, BF wagon, going to the tip.
He's evil, evil,
Hey.
evil man.
I know, right?
Evil anti-Falcon guy. No, it looks like it's pretty had a Falcon hard life.
It has.
Yeah.
It has.
Go on, pick it up, send it.
Off to the tip. Fixing the good bits, mate.
Just throw it at it. That's actually pretty cool. It's got the SFI thing on it and everything. It's billet. F***ing heavy. There you go, unwrap it.
So look at that. Even states what month it was made.
Yeah, they're supposed to. Look at that.
July 25. Nice.
Brand new. Nice.
Lovely, lovely.
I'm just getting shots of things at the moment, like to show what I'm actually putting onto it. Might have to go back and do a voiceover. Alright, so got the wonderful forklift here doing its job. Just helped Ash swap cars over because that Falcon's gone, and I've got the RTS flex plate here from VPW, which is an SFI flex plate. So, but basically I just want to run a standard one. Looking at one of these 56 motors here, they're all pretty much the same, but yeah, they're pretty rubbish, the stock ones. There you go, FG. And even though I'm not expecting 1,000,000 horsepower out of this, so I just figured, you know, for the sake of keeping it safe. So I've got that. I've got the ARP bolts with it as well, which I got from Mez at Barra the World. And one of these, which is one of Mitch Mackie's MACKIELEC locking plates, which is super cool. I've got one on the drag car already, and basically it just locks. All your bolts go through like a washer system, and then this goes on. I might have to just tweak some of the heads so that it goes over there nicely, but you can sort of check to make sure which ones are going over neatly. That way you don't have to force it on. So that one's good, that one's good, that one there. So just a tiny little bit more tension on a couple of these. I think pretty much it's just this one here, but super nice. I'll get that on and get it sorted. Thanks, mate.
Top job. Rattle.
Yeah, so look, you just pin them over like that.
Yep.
I've got it fitting on there nice and neat and tidy. And the only other thing you do if you're going like big power, which I'll probably do on the other FG, is dowels in the crank. Some people put 2 in, some people put 6 in, just that way it's just not relying just on the bolts. Alright, that's me for the week. I'm still a bit croaky, but here we are. It's all pretty much ready to go in the car, so just finding a time to do that, which is the next bit, but getting excited about having some boost in the Falcon, which will be good.